Okay, so hopefully this means if you're watching this video, it means that you're close to being done with math for the week. Hopefully you've finished the first assignment and turned that one in, the one that was all odds. Now you're doing one called Simplifying Square Roots, and this one is just 12 problems, and you're doing those it's just one page of problems, but you got to do all of them, right? So not just the odds, the evens as well. All right, so I'm going to do a few of those here on a homework help video. So keep in mind that when we are simplifying square roots, what we're doing is pulling as much of this number as we can to the outside. All right, and the big thing that we do here is we do something called prime factorization. Prime factorization. It's where we break the number down into its prime factors, right? So we break it down into the small little pieces that multiply to give you that number. Okay. Now on this one, I'm going to go pretty slow on this 96 because I want to show you a method. I know a lot of you guys aren't super confident when you're trying to find the factors of a number, right? When you're trying to find two numbers that multiply to give you another number. But hopefully you're seeing that that's like a super important skill here in the fourth 9 weeks. So hopefully you practice that. This is where I was planning on doing flashcards with you guys at school. Buying a set or making a set of multiplication flashcards could really, really, really help you with this. Okay, so lots of ways to break down a 96. But I'm going to do this in a way that I think will make a lot of sense to you guys. So if I'm trying to break down a 96 into smaller pieces, all right, I'm going to start with 2. 96 is an even number, so I know that it's going to divide by 2, right? Now I can check and see how that's going to divide by 2 by just doing 96 divided by 2. And that's 48. So what that means is that 96 can break down into 2 and 48. Okay, now the 2 I know I can't do anything with, so that's just going to kind of have to stay there. Now let's work with the 48 a little bit, right? Now 48, another number that's even, so I know for a fact that it will divide by 2. All right, so let's see what's left there. So I can just do divided by 2, and that's going to give me 24. Okay, now, so far I've got 2 times 2 times 24. All right. Now, there's a set of exit buddies, so I know I'm going to be able to work with that later. That's good. Now let's keep working with the 24. Now 24 again, maybe you know some shortcuts and you can use different numbers, but since it's an even number, I'm just going to keep going. All right, so I'm going to divide it by 2 again. So 24 divided by 2 gives me 12. Gives me 12. So now I've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 12 is equal to 96. Okay, that's good. The 2, again, I can't do anything with, so now let's break this one down. 2, and I know that this one is 6. All right, so 2 times 6. All right, now I've got 2 sets of 2s. All right, that's good. That's going to be a couple of exit buddies that can come out. All right, now let's try breaking down the 6. The 6 can break down into a 3 and a 2. Okay, so 96, if I were to list those prime factors out, I've got 2, 2, 2, 2. That's 4 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a 3, then another 2. Now, if you want to double check that, you can, right? Once you've got all your prime factors, so I've got 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, right? I can double check that in the calculator, right? So I can do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 2. And that gives me 96, so that tells me that I did that correctly. Okay, so let's go back here. So now let's see if we can pull out some exit buddies. So I've got a set of exit buddies here, so that can come out. I've got another set of exit buddies. This is something we didn't run into in the notes, is when you can pull out 2 numbers. All right, so let's see what that looks like. And then this 3 doesn't have a buddy. This 2 actually has to stay in as well because there's an odd number of 2. So this 2 is sort of the odd man out, right? So let's bring out what we can. So we were able to bring out 1 2 and then another 2. So I've got 2 times 2 on the outside. Then inside my square root, I'm left with 3 times 2. All right. Now, to finish this problem, let's just make this look nicer. We know that 2 times 2 is 4, and we know that 3 times 2 is 6. All right. So this is our answer right here, 4 times the square root of 6. That is our best answer. We pulled out as much as we could, and we left in what we couldn't. Now, there is a shorter way to do that one, and hopefully you guys will start to look for these patterns. But if not, that's okay. There's a bunch of other ways to get there. So one way is to, instead of breaking it down by 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and sort of taking the long way to get there, you can take out bigger chunks, right? So you could have said like 96, I happen to know, because I've worked with these numbers so much, I happen to know that 96 is 16 times 6. All right, and then I know that a 16 is a 4 and a 4, right? So then I can take these as my exit buddies, they come out, and so I'm left with 4 times the square root of 6. So that's a shorter way of doing that one, if you happen to know that 16 times 6 is 96, okay? So lots of different ways to get there. When we're working with numbers, a lot of times there's different routes that you can take. All right, let's pick another answer or another question. All right, this time let's try number 6. Number 6, okay. So number 6 is the square root of 144. All right, now if your alarm bells are going off and saying, I know what the square root of 144 is, that's a good thing. All right, that means that you're on par with your math, and you're recognizing patterns in a good way. That's good. All right. If not, you can get there going the longer way. But if you know how to do number 6 and how to get the answer, you can just skip this part of the video, skip ahead a couple of minutes, and I'll be doing a different problem. I'll be doing number 9. So anyway, 144. Hopefully you guys know that this is 12 times 12, right? Hopefully y'all know that that's 12 times 12. If not, break it down using the 2's like we did on 96. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and you'll break it all the way down, and you'll get a bunch of pairs of numbers. But once you see a pair of numbers, yes, I totally could make this 4 and 3 and make this 4 and 3, right? But I'm going to save myself the time. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say, here are my exit buddies. All right? So I'm going to say that 144 is 12 times 12. Here's my exit buddies. They get to pop out. And so what's left inside the square root is nothing. Right? We have 12 times the square root of nothing. Well, the square root of nothing is nothing. So our answer is 12. Right? Now, y'all knew that, right? Even my Amazon Echo knows that. Echo, what is the square root of 12?
The square root of 12 is 3.4641.
Well, that was silly of me. I'm sorry. Echo, what is the square root of 144?
The square root of 144 is 12.
Good. Okay. So don't overthink that, right? Simplifying a square root can mean just saying what the square root is, right? Now, not every number, in fact, most numbers are not perfect square roots. So you can't do that on every problem. In fact, I think this is the only problem that is like that. Okay. All right, so next let's do number 9, and then I will be leaving this video done so that you guys have to come to office hours if you want to see any more done. All right, so we've got the square root of 343. All right, so 343. Let's see if we can break that down. All right, 343. All right, now I don't know any numbers right off the top of my head that that can divide or multiply to give me 343. So let's try some, right? Let's try some things. So I'm just going to open up my calculator. I'm going to see if I can figure some stuff out. So let me clear it out. I'm going to take 343, okay, and I'm going to try dividing it by 3. Okay, that doesn't work, right? So can't divide it by 3 because I'm left with that decimal, 114.333. Okay, so let's try something else. So 343, I'm not going to try 2. I'm also not going to try any even number, right? So I shouldn't even try 4 or 6 or 8 because those are even numbers as well, right? And so those are not gonna work for giving me even factors, right? So let's try. So we tried 3. I don't want to try 5, right? Because this number here, that number does not have a 5 or a 0 at the end, so I know it can't divide by 5. So let's try 7. All right, so let's try 7. Okay, good. All right, this is good. So 7 times 49, so 7 times 49 gives me 343. Okay, good. So that's a good place to start. All right, so I'm going to take out 7 and 49. Okay, now let's work with the 7, right? So the 7 is a prime number, so this one I can't do anything with. What about the 49? Can I do anything with the 49? Well, sure, 49 is 7 times 7. All right, so what this means is that, and we know that 7 is a prime number, so I know I'm not going to be able to break that in further any down, right? So 343 breaks down to 7 times 7 times 7. All right, now I can double check that, right? 7 times 7 times 7, 343. Okay, good. So you can see there how I'm using my calculator to kind of double check and make sure that I'm on the right track. Okay, so now I've got exit buddies. All right, so 2 of these 7s get to pop out as a 7 on the outside. All right, we're left with a 7 on the inside. That's a key, right? That one of the most common mistakes is that people will pull both 7s out. They'll say 7 and 7 comes out as 7 times 7, but remember, it's pairs that get to pop out as just one number, right? They team up to make just one number. All right, so 7 times the square root of 7. I think I'm done here. I think that that's a good answer. Let me double check and make sure that that gives me the same thing. All right, so let's try 343. Oh, I don't have a square root calculator on this thing. So let's just try using Google here on the computer. All right, so I'll do square root of 343, and that's 18.520. And then let me try 7 times the square root of 7, and that's also 18.4.520. All right, so that's going to be good. I think that that's a good. I think that means that we've got a good answer here, and that we're good to go. All right, so feel free to check your answers on the hub. Make sure that you're getting all your work turned in. This is week 5, meaning that we only got 4 weeks to go. 4 weeks to go, so you've reached more than the halfway point. So there you go. I will see you guys in office hours. Just a little reminder, office hours for this class are on Monday at 1, Tuesday at 1, Wednesday at 11, and Thursday at 11. All right, see you guys there. Bye.